Hi everybody, and welcome to the first Speed to Supervisor training slot. We're going to cover a few different sections that will help you with your basic skills to enable you to achieve your first promotion. So the most important thing in your business is your why. So your why is the reason that you joined Forever, and it's what you're working towards. So for some people it's saving up for holidays, replacing their current job. So your why is going to be very personal and very much what drives you. So when you're having a tough day, it's your why that will keep you going through your Forever journey. So one of the great things we always ask everybody that joins Forever to do is to build a dream board. So this is one that I actually found on the internet, but I love the way this was written out. So your dream board can have places that you want to visit, things that you want to buy, the car you want to drive, but also things that motivate you. So maybe positions in the Forever marketing plan, or the Forever incentives might be something that you want to add to your dream board. So for me, my personal dream board, I've got car plan on there, I've got Eagle Manager, and I've also got certain things I want to buy, the car I want to drive next, that kind of thing. So a visual representation really will help you, and you can tick it off as you go. So for me, mine's on the wall in my office, and I can look at that whenever I'm working on my Forever business. And certainly for most people, they run their Forever business around what they already do. So it's often something you need motivations when you come in from your day job to be able to then carry on and make more calls. So I really would recommend that you spend some time on your dream board, get your scissors out, your sellotape out, and start creating something that means a lot to you. So one of the first things we ask you to do when you start your Forever business is to write your Who Do You Know list, or your 100+ list. And this is your business database. It's the place where you write down absolutely everybody that you know. So it's not just a list of people that you feel are going to join your business. It's a list of absolutely everybody that you know and everybody that you come into contact with. So it might be that not everybody you will know their last name or their phone number. Some people on there may be people you went to school with that you haven't seen for years. But it's a good idea to write down absolutely everybody, because even if you don't know their surname, you can still offer them the opportunity. So add to your database daily, so you never run out. So try and make new friends all the time. Become one of the most sociable people that you know and chat to absolutely everybody. And I'll tell you some more ways of doing that in one of the later trainings. Also use frogs to expand your warm list. So frogs is a tool we use, and as it says there, it's friends, recreation, occupation, geography, and same. So take a name on your warm list. So for example, Jan Smith. So think about who Jan Smith's friends are, and have you got them all written down on your warm list? What does Jan Smith do for fun, for leisure? Does she belong to a Zumba class? Who else do you know that does Zumba? Does she belong to a gardening group? Who else do you know that does gardening? Does she go to the gym regularly? Who else do you know that goes to the gym? What does Jan Smith do for a living? So maybe she's a teacher. So who else do you know that's a teacher? Who were your teachers when you were at school? Can you remember their names? And geography, where does Jan Smith live? So say Jan Smith lives in London. Who else do you know that lives in London? And the same. So who has the same first name? So who else do you know with the name Jan? Who else do you know with the surname Smith? So these really are just memory joggers, and you've also got memory joggers in your First Step to Managers manual as well, so have a look through there. So the longer your warm list is, the more confident you will be in your business, because you will never ever run out of people to speak to. And actually, if you walk down the high street on any busy day, you will realise that you'll never run out of people to speak to anyway, because there's so many people out there. So this is our business building cycle, and the Forever Business is very, very simple. I'm not saying it's easy, because people are going to say no to you and you need to get used to that. But it is very, very simple. So you write a list of absolutely everybody you know, and that's the top part of the cycle there. From there, you contact them and you invite them to look at some more information about your business opportunity. So it might be that you phone them, you might email them, you might text them, you might Facebook message them. So the best advice is to message them in the same way that you normally would. And from there, you're going to show them a one-to-one, which is our presentation, or it might be that you send them a link to our DVD, but it's a way of exposing them to the Forever Business and showing them what it's all about. Now, if they're then interested in finding out some more information, you invite them along to a business presentation, and those are held either weekly or fortnightly all over the UK. And also we have online ones once a month, or there's recorded ones that you can send to people, which are great if you want to put some information in their hands quite quickly. From there, some people will join, some people won't, and then if they do decide to join, you then book your first planning meeting with them. And that is our business building cycle. So you quite simply expose people and take them round that cycle. And what will make them go quicker or slower will be your why. So for some people, they want to build this business very quickly. For other people, they build the business more slowly, and that's completely up to you. But the rate that your business grows will be dependent on how much activity you're able to do. So when you're contacting people, so you've written your Who Do You Know list, and then from there, you need to invite people either for a Skype call or a coffee to share some information with them. So when you're inviting them for a coffee or a Skype call, remember it's an invitation, not a presentation. So don't try and tell them every single fact about Forever over the phone or on a text message and tell them how amazing and how wonderful Forever is. Just try and give them a small amount of invitation. So just ask them quite simply to have a look at what you've got to offer. Remember the cycle, so you're really drip feeding them to give them more and more information and take them around the cycle so that they can make an educated decision for themselves about whether they're interested or not. Okay, so you're trying to create enough interest to get them to come along and meet you or meet you for a Skype call. You're not trying to tell them absolutely every single fact there and then. Now, they may ask questions, and the answers to those questions are in your First Steps to Manager manual again. So people will say things like, what is it? And you can just give them a few brief facts. So before you make any calls, have a good read of your First Steps to Manager manual so you are prepared with some facts about the business. And also ask for their help. So particularly if you're very, very new in the business, ask them to take a look at the business. Say that it's something you've joined, you're very excited, you don't know whether it's for them or not, but it will really help you if they would sit down for a coffee with you and have a look at some information. Usually if you ask for people's help, they're much more inclined to help you. Okay, so our business is very much a numbers game. So as I said, the speed at which you go around that business building cycle will depend on how much activity you put in. So these are basically the stats, and these are very, very average. So if you're working warm markets, so these are people that already know, like and trust you, people that already know you. If you were to contact 10 people, usually 3 of those 10 people would agree to meet you for a one-to-one. Of those 3 one-to-ones, you'd usually end up with 1 guest at a business presentation, be that online or your local business presentation. And from your 3, so if you over time have 3 guests at a BP, you probably then end up with 1 new team member. Okay, now obviously that's just stats. It might be that you speak to loads and loads and loads of people, and nobody asks for a one-to-one, and then suddenly you'll end up with loads. Okay, so remember, this is averages. Now, cold market is people that you've only just met. So it might be that you've done an event or you've gone out and made new friends, and they don't have the same relationship with you. They don't know, like, and trust you already. So you're going to have to work a lot harder at building that trust before they'll be at a stage where they're willing to join your business. So for 30 contacts, you'll probably end up with 3 one-to-ones. So straight away you see that your odds, as it were, are much, much harder. Out of 5 one-to-ones, you probably get 1 guest at a BP. Out of 6 guests at a BP, you'll probably get 1 new team member. So you're really having to do twice the amount of work when you get to cold market. So try as much as possible to remember everybody on your warm list, because even if you haven't seen somebody for 5 years, they'll still know, like, and trust you. So try and unlock your memory and get all the names and numbers. Add people on Facebook that you went to school with, people that you used to work with. Go onto LinkedIn and find people that you used to work with. Really expand your warm list as much as possible, because it will make your business building journey so much easier. So some recommended readings. The more you learn, the more you earn is a great phrase. So Go Pro is an absolutely fantastic book by Eric Worre. It really teaches you that what we're doing is just educating people, that we're quite simply showing them some information, and then they make the decision about whether they want to join or not. Our job is not to persuade people. Okay, so that is a fantastic book to read, no matter how long you've been in forever. It's always a great read. Next one is 79 Network Marketing Tips. I've actually got this one in my car on a CD. As it says, it's really, really brief tips. So 79 different tips on how to build your network marketing business. And it's got some real gems of information, actually. It's a real way, probably things that maybe you've heard before if you've been in the business a while, but it's very well presented and definitely an extremely good read or listen. Okay, and also watch The Secret. So that clip there gives you a free clip, and The Secret is about the universe and how if you've got a positive attitude, more things come towards you. So that's really along the lines of your goals and your dreams. It's about getting those goals and dreams into reality. So that is a great watch and completely free, which is always good. So your homework for this section is to create your dream board. Go to town, get your scissors out, get your sticky tape. If you've got children or a partner that's involved in the business with you, then get them to post their dreams and goals as well. And once you've got your dream board created, post that onto the Facebook page with a bit of an explanation about what it is. So write your Who Do You Know list and use frogs to expand it. Your Who Do You Know list, as I say, should be constantly expanded. But post some photos up on our team page so that we know roughly how many pages of names you've got there. And create a really good follow-up system to keep track of where your prospects are at. So if you're regularly contacting people and you're regularly showing them the business, it might be that you can't remember when you need to ring that person back because they're on holiday, or somebody has said that they're going to look at the BP over the next couple of days and ring them afterwards. So you need an effective follow-up system. So there's something called a 1 to 31 folder. And there's a little short clip there that gives you explanation of how to set up your 1 to 31 folder. So once you've got your follow-up system in place, then please post some photos of that on the Facebook page as well, because that will help give other people ideas of how to follow up. So decide how many people you will contact today and also how many follow-ups you're going to do every day. So if you're very part-time in the business, then maybe you want to be doing 2 to 3 contacts a day, maybe 1 follow-up a day. If you're full-time in the business, then realistically, really, you should be doing 10 contacts a day and probably about 2 to 3 follow-ups a day. So make a promise to yourself and also to a pledge to the rest of the team. So post that on the Facebook page again. And read pages 18, 19 and 20 of your First Steps to Manager book. This will help you learn the scripts of how to contact people and also help you learn those real quick fire answers when people say, what is it? So that is your training complete for this section. If you've got any questions at all, then obviously give me a shout. And I look forward to seeing your homework on the Facebook page. Thank you.